Hey guys, it's Ellie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I am talking about 10 books you should read this July. All these books are books that I've read, enjoyed, or I want to read, and I'd love for you guys to join me in reading these books with me in my book club, Helly's Book Club. More about that in the end of today's video, but let's start with the recommendations today. Note that I have chosen books from many different types of genres. So yeah, no matter what kind of book you want to read, you'll find something in today's video. Also, all the books that I'm going to talk about will be in the description below, but I highly suggest that you watch this video to understand which book will be the best fit for you. The first book that I want to talk about today is Unbecoming by Angela Radhakrishnan. A huge shout out to the author for sponsoring today's video and bringing it to you guys. This book falls in the self-help category. However, it's not just self-help, but also rather in the semi-art autobiographical category as well. So if you're fond of either or both of these categories, I'm pretty sure that you're gonna like this book. Now, in this book, the author explains or rather explores the different aspects of human life and how we often get allured or distracted by the outer world and everything that is kind of pressurizing us on a daily basis from the outer world that affects our inner peace, and what is the way to actually go back to that inner peace, to explore yourself more and get a better understanding of yourself. I feel like as we keep growing up, we keep discovering new things about ourselves, and this book is definitely one more step towards that path of self-discovery. I highly recommend this book for anyone who is fond of reading books by Sadhguru, who is fond of reading non-fiction or self-help books, but even if you're not, you might give this book a try. Overall, I really enjoyed this book. It was very different from the kind of books that I usually read. However, there's a shortcoming in this book, which is sometimes the language gets a little bit too convoluted and the cohesiveness in it lacks. But otherwise, if you can ignore that aspect and you keep imbibing the thoughts and the lessons that the author is trying to teach, you'll definitely enjoy this book a lot. There are a lot of mantras. It delves deep into spirituality. So if you believe in spirituality or if you want to learn more about the same, definitely pick this book up. But I would say that if you're not someone who resonates with this kind of ideas, you will probably not like this book. I think a lot about this book depends on your faith and your personal beliefs, and unless that is in the right place, you won't enjoy this book. So make sure that you approach this book with an open mind. If you don't believe, it gets very deep and intense, and I won't suggest reading this book in one sitting, but I'm pretty sure that you're gonna enjoy reading this book. Now, the link to buy this book and all other books will be in the description below. The next book I'll recommend is a fiction book, and it's called A Walk to Remember by Nicholas Sparks. This is the romance category. This book is very easy to read, and if you have read anything by Nicholas Sparks, it's probably The Notebook. You might also have watched the movie of The Notebook. It's pretty popular, and I feel like Nicholas Sparks is that one author, no matter how advanced a reader you become, you are gonna enjoy his books. His books are like trashy romance novels, not in the bad sense of the word trashy, but rather it's just simple, and yeah, you feel like once you grow up, you're not gonna enjoy it, but you end up doing that. This book obviously explores two very different kind of people falling in love and the obstacles in their way, like a very cliched plot to be honest, but still somewhere I did find this book very enjoyable. However, I will highly recommend that if you don't want to read this one, you can also go for Notebook. The only reason why I didn't mention Notebook is that it's so popular. I wanted to give you a recommendation which is not that popular, so maybe A Walk to Remember would be a good pick for you. The next book that I'll recommend is in the non-fiction category, and it's called The One-Page Marketing Plan. No matter if you have a business or want to build a business or want to be a freelancer who wants to make money online, no matter if you want to be a social media influencer who wants to grow their social media, this book is going to be helping you so much. It is a perfect plan to grow primarily your business. This book is gonna help you. It's pretty simple to read. Even if you're a beginner, even if you have no idea about what marketing is, you'll probably like this book. I am someone who has worked in marketing, and I still found this book very helpful. So I highly suggest this book to you guys if you want to know more and learn new skills. I also suggest, by the way, there's this beautiful course on FutureLearn by Accenture on digital skills. I highly recommend that. The link to that course will be in the description below as well. In my last video on course recommendations, I've already talked about it. Maybe you should watch it. Now, the next book is in the fiction category, and this book is called The House on the Mango Street. Now, House on the Mango Street is a novella. It's not really a novel, and it's pretty simple in the language, and it's so beautiful in the language. It's about a girl who's growing up in a neighborhood which she doesn't really like that much. It's Mango Street. They used to go from house to house since they were renting previous to that, but finally they get a house in Mango Street, which means that it will be the end of them moving probably, but she had always dreamed of a like beautiful, amazing house. But the house that they actually move into on Mango Street, it's not up to her expectations. However, she is learning a lot as she's growing up in this place, and there are so many beautiful incidents inside this book. And the language, guys, overall the language of this book is so beautiful. Like, I feel the beauty of good books lies in the fact that they can express very complex thoughts, very beautiful thoughts in the minimum number of words, using very simple language so that the masses can access it. It's okay if a book is written in hard language, but I think that books should be written in as easy language as possible, because you don't want to sound pretentious. You want the masses to access the book. And a good book doesn't necessarily have to have trashy writing. Writing can be as simple as it wants to be, but it can still have a profound effect. The next book I'll recommend is this book. This is Productivity Superhero by Dan Luca. If you want to be productive, if you want to make the most out of your day, this book is so good. I already have made a video on the different kind of books I read to be productive and how it affected me, but I have to say this book is the best out of them all, I guess, probably because this book has a lot of actionable steps. There are many more reputed authors than Dan Luca, to be honest, but this book has much more actionable steps, which I think is very powerful. It's no use reading a book if it doesn't give you actionable steps that you can apply in your life. And this book does that. That's why I feel like this book is definitely a book you guys must read if you want to be the most organized and disciplined person that you know. This book really delivers its promises, and I feel it's one of the best non-fiction books that I've ever read. The next book that I will recommend is called The Beauty and the Beast, Lost in a Book. This is a retelling of Beauty and the Beast. Just look at this beautiful cover. It's heavenly. I am very fond of retellings, to be honest. Please recommend me some retellings of popular stories in the comment section below. But this one is obviously about Beauty and the Beast. It's written so well, and basically I feel like I delayed reading this book for almost 1 or 2 years. It was lying in my shelf there. I wish I had read it earlier. It made me feel very happy. It made me feel very content, and the language in this book is very easy too. I can also recommend this book for people who are under 13, because it's the quality of this book, and it doesn't have anything that is explicit or something, so definitely recommend it even for my younger readers. The next book I'll recommend is a short story collection, and it is called This Is How You Lose Her by Junot Diaz. This book explores the life of a single protagonist, Junior, and the different women in his life and how he lost each of them. Each tale is very sad, it's poignant, and it leaves you at a space that you've probably already been before. I guess all of us at some level have suffered a heartbreak, if not a severe one, and it will give you all these feelings at the same time when you are reading the short stories. There's a sense of not knowing. Okay, so each woman that he talks about being with them and not being with them at the same time. Also, this character Junior, he's kind of shitty, to be honest. However, I still enjoy his writing. I still enjoyed the short stories, and I highly recommend it if you want to read a nice fiction short story collection. I feel like I am reading a lot of short story collections these days, and this was one of the books that I read. I really liked it. Some more I'll recommend are First Love, Last Rides by Ayan Mikuwan and Collected Stories of Hanif Qureshi. Both of these are also pretty brilliant. Next book that I'll recommend is the books from the Madame Chic series. I find them very enjoyable. It's primarily for women and it's non-fiction, but if you want to be stylish, if you want to have a different kind of air about you, if you want to learn how to seem calm and poised all the time, I feel like this is a very interesting and fun book to read, even if you don't apply in your life. I just enjoyed this book, that's it. Another book that I highly recommend if you are reading graphic novels specifically is Mouse. I feel like it's one of the books that I've delayed reading once again for a long time, and I've only finished the first part. I promised that I'll read the second part last month, but I couldn't do that. I'm yet to read the second part, but it's very interesting. It illustrates humans as mice. It talks about the Holocaust. It talks about World War II in Germany primarily, and I found the book very, very enjoyable. So yeah guys, that'll be all for my recommendations today. Now, as I promised, at the end of today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys about 2 books that I'm going to be reading with my followers and with my friends inside Helly's Book Club, which is a book club that I have on Facebook. You can join it. The link will be in the description description below. And yeah, make sure you join if you want to read along with the community. It's a highly engaged group and I hope that you'll enjoy your stay there. And the first book that I want to read with you guys is Night Train at Deoli. Now, if you don't have access to this book, you can choose any book by Ruskin Bond. I feel like Ruskin Bond books are great for a beginner to start with, and many of his books are available for free with Prime or Kindle Unlimited, and I'm pretty sure that you're going to enjoy his stories. Non-fiction category, I want to read any book by Brian Tracy with you guys. Now, you guys can choose whichever book you want to read, but I think Brian Tracy would be the author. He has written many books on time management, how to get better at business, how to negotiate better, so no matter what kind of career you want, no matter what point of life you are in, you will find something interesting in any of his books. He has written over 70 books, I guess, so I hope that you'll find something helpful. These books will be available on Amazon. Most of these books will be available at a very nominal price or for free with certain subscriptions. The links will be in the description below. Make sure you check it out, and yeah, make sure that you join my book club, Helly's Book Club, for more, and I'll see you guys there. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you're planning to read any of these books, if you liked any of these books, make sure you leave a comment below. I always chat in the first hour of posting a video, so make sure you engage there. Also, if you like this video, make sure that you take a screenshot and tag me, and in the next video I'll be giving one of you guys a shout out, so make sure you do that. I'll see you guys with another video next week. Till then, bye bye.